Hello everyone! In this episode I'm going to be creating a clock with HTML and CSS. So yeah, and note this clock will not be in real time because there's no JavaScript being used. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, here we are. Let's get started. So first, doc type HTML, language is gonna be English. Then we create the head section, and inside we will use the character set of UTF-8. Then we will do this line of code to adjust this for mobile devices as well. So name viewport content equals width equals device width. Initial scale is gonna be 1.0. Then we should probably give this a title. So title animated clock, not real time. Alright. Then we should link the CSS style sheet. So link, the relationship is going to be a style sheet, and the location is style.css. Alright, then we are not gonna be needing anything else in the head section. Let's go and create the body. Then create an H1 heading. This clock is not in real time. Alright, let's give this a style attribute because I don't want to style this in CSS. Let's say the font size will be 3EM and text align center. Alright, we can adjust that later if we have to. Then let's create a div. Div with the class clock. There we go. Then we will create another one inside. This will be called seconds. And then div class fill. Alright. Then we can exit this div right over here. Next to it, I'm gonna create another div element, and this one is going to be minutes. Inside of the minutes, I will copy the fill div element. So this line, these are the same. And then we have the hours. So div class hours and div class fill. There we go. And then we gotta do another div with the class of center. Alright, there we go. And that's all the HTML that we are going to need. Then let's go and start the styling of this clock. So first I'm going to take the body of this element and I will reset all the default margins and paddings. Alright, here's what we got so far. Then I'm gonna take the clock class and I'm going to make the width 20 viewport width, and height will be the same. Positioning will be absolute. Top, let's say 10%, and the left 40%. The background color is going to be black, and the border radius is gonna be 50% to make it completely round. And the box shadow will be 10 pixels on the y-axis and 10 pixels on the x-axis and 20 pixels of blur. The color will be gray. Alright, let's see what we got so far. So now we have this right over here. What I'm also gonna do is margin top, let's say 100 pixels. Alright, There we go. So now we got a little bit more space between this one and the clock. What I also want to do is add a background color to the body. That's gonna be... Let's say a linear gradient to top left, and let's give it two colors. Let's say orange, orange red. Alright, let's see how that's gonna look like. Alright, and we gotta do some fixing. If I'm not completely mistaken, the height, when we set it to be 100 viewport height units, it should fix this, and yes, it does. Okay, I feel like this color is a little bit too bright, so I'm gonna make it something like that. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. Maybe they are a little bit too bright, so I'm gonna add 10 more % to both of these. Okay, that's good. That's good. There we go. Okay, now we have styled the body and the clock div. Basically this one. Then we're gonna take the seconds, minutes, and hours classes. So we'll select all of those. Seconds, comma, minutes, comma, hours. And let's apply the same classes to all of these. The background color will be transparent. There we go. Left 50%. Height will be 50%. Width 2%. Position absolute, and transform origin center bottom. Alright, then let's style these classes by them, individually, so yeah. Let's take the seconds and add an animation seconds ticks. That will take 60 seconds. It will be linear and infinite. Okay, so the animation is gonna be linear and infinite, meaning it's going around and it will never stop. Then we take the minutes. First we gotta transform. We're gonna rotate this one by 60 degrees. So they will look like the time is at different points. Then the animation will be minutes, ticks. That's gonna be 3600 seconds. You might ask why. Well, because 1 hour equals 3600 seconds. And once again, the animation is gonna be linear infinite. There we go. Then lastly, but not least, we gotta take the hours. Once again, this time I'm gonna transform a negative 60 degrees. And the animation is going to be hours, ticks. And the timing is gonna be 86,400 seconds, because 24 hours times 3600 is 86,400 seconds. Now of course we won't be watching this animation for that long, so this will actually never go around, but it is there if somebody wants to do that. Then this one will be linear infinite. as well. Alright. Then we have to take the fill class, so this one, or these ones. So let's take the fill, and the background color will be RGB. It's gonna be completely blue, or sorry, green. Red, green, blue. There we go. And the width will be 100%. Alright. Then I'm gonna take the seconds and the fill. And I'm gonna style these with the height 100%. Then I'm gonna take the minutes and the fill. And the height is gonna be 85%, top 15%, positioning absolute. Then we gotta take the hours and the fill. The height will be 55%, top 45%, and the position absolute. There we go. So now we got these, but they are not doing anything yet. And that's because we need the keyframes animations. So let's create them. We have seconds ticks, minutes ticks, and hours ticks. So yeah. Let's go with the seconds ticks first. Seconds ticks, and the animation is gonna be this. Transform rotate 360 degrees. And that one's ready. Then we gotta do the minutes ticks. So the keyframes tag, or the @keyframes, is used for creating animations. Alright, the minutes ticks will be 100%. The transform is going to be rotate 420 degrees this time. You might be wondering why. Well, that's because we right over here, when we set the class minutes, we set the rotation to be 60 degrees. So we gotta take this into consideration. Here it is negative 60 degrees, so the rotation will be 300 degrees. Here we don't have a rotation, so the default is gonna be 360 degrees, of course. Alright. So now those two animations, yep, they are working. Let's zoom in. Oh yeah, but the clock is positioned so that it will not zoom in. But we can see that very slowly the minutes, this one, is moving as well. Then the last animation. Keyframes, hours, ticks. The transform will be rotate 300 degrees. And that's it. We are ready. So right now, all of these are animated. But it might not look like that. But trust me, these are all moving if we stay here for, let's say, an hour. But of course I'm not gonna be watching this for an hour. This one seems to be off a little bit. I'm gonna go to Dev Tools. I'm gonna select the minutes. So that's gonna be this one. Let's see the styles. We got a positioning of absolute. Alright, I'm gonna go through and solve this problem. Okay, the problem was that I was not using percentages here. So 15%. Now it's fixed. So it will be 15% from the top. If I remove this line, it's gonna look like that. So yeah, basically what this line does, it will put this to the correct place. So that's the minutes. So if I remove this, it's not gonna be starting from the center of the clock. But when I add a top, oh, not that one. Whoop-de-doo. Top 15%. Right now, it will start from the center. Alright. Now one more thing we could do is add some border radius. So let's take this seconds first. Border radius will be 10%, let's say. 50%. I'm not sure if that's even working. Let's see. Nope. Well, it's okay. This is a good clock. Or what do you think? Also, we could add some JavaScript functionality to make this appear in real time. But this is a CSS course or a CSS projects. So we are gonna be using HTML and CSS in this one, but there we go. We got our clock right over here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you were able to learn something new. And yeah, I hope I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone and have a wonderful day.